Hey everyone, welcome back to Brickcraft, and today on my channel I'm going to be showing you how I made the blue boy Inkling hat from Splatoon. And I had a lot of fun making it, and if you want to get the pattern for this, all you have to do is go to brickcraft.com, that is my website, and I will have it available to download, and here's what they look like. I left a list of materials in the description for you guys. Just hit the down button and go ahead and see what you need. So once you get your patterns, you're going to pin them to your fabric. You're going to need two colors. I'm using white for the inside because the inside of most of the Inklings, the underside of their tentacles is white, and then I'm using blue for the outside. I'm going to take the hat portion and you're going to fold it in half and sew up the sides. Just this little part right here. And once it's finished, you can sew the outside of the triangle part on both ends. And once that comes out, you're going to need to flip it and sew across the whole top of the hat. Then you're going to do the same to the blue hat, except for when you get to the last part of sewing across the whole top, you're going to leave a little hole big enough to fit the tentacles through. Now, one way to figure that out is just to get the tentacle pattern and put it on to the hat and then just pin on the outside of that, and you'll know where to stop and start your sewing. Go ahead and grab your patterns and pieces for the tentacles, and the one that has the little circle in the middle, you're going to go ahead and cut out that fabric. And then you're going to fold that and sew up that part right there. This is to add a little poof, so when you sew it to the bottom part and add your stuffing, it sort of gives it the shape that the tentacles have. Turn it inside out once you sew your bottom piece on and stuff it. You don't want it to be too hard, but you don't want it to be too soft. You want there to be enough stuffing that it just gives it the form. Because if it's too heavy, then it will make the hat fall off your head. And if it's too light, it won't poof up. Next, what I did is I took some navy fabric paint and I went and put a bunch of circles on the tentacles. While that's drying, I made 3 strands of red, green, and yellow beads. This is going to go around the tentacles when you put them on the hat for the little band that they have around their tentacles to hold it up. Once your puffy paint is dry, you can go ahead and pin the tentacles to the hat and then sew it. So you're lining into your hat. You want to have good side to good side. Once that's finished, you'll sew up the hole that's left on the end because you have to flip it inside out or right side out. And then what I'm doing here is I'm pinning around the hat and I'm going to create a little trim lining around it that's about as big as the foot of my sewing machine. And when that's finished, I just added the 3 little bracelets that I made to the hat. I put a stitch in the top to keep the lining attached to the inside of the hat. And I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to stay tuned for my next video.